Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke Roberts, and today's video is a tutorial on the Vault in Jaclyn Hill palettes. Please continue watching this video if you would like to see my review and you would like to see how this makeup look turns out. So the first step that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to apply the Tatcha water cream all over my face. Now that I have applied my moisturizer, I'm going to go in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is a primer, and I just take that much and then I put it on my finger. Push this into the skin, like so. I love this primer because it really does fill in your pores completely, so that way once you apply your foundation, it is completely smooth. Now that I have finished my primer, I'm now going to go in and begin foundation. Today I'm using the Born This Way foundation, and this is in the shade Warm Nude. And I'm also going to be taking the Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation on top. This is in the shade F6. I'm now going to dampen my beauty blender, apply some foundation to my hand, dab it down, and then begin applying. I normally like to do a light base of this first, and then I go in with the Revolution stick. And this just helps to build coverage. Now that my foundation is complete, I'm going to be going in and doing my concealer with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm actually today going to be taking two different shades in light medium and light sand. I'm first going to go in with light medium, which is pretty close to my skin tone. And then on top of it, I will go in with light sand. The reason I'm doing this is because right now light sand is a little bit too light for me. Dampen my beauty blender again, and then begin to blend the concealer out. When blending out your under eye, it is important to start out, further out, and then work your way closer into your eye. This will help leave the eye very bright. I'm going to carry the excess from this eye and bring it over my lid. Now going to set it with some setting powder. Today I'm going to be using the Air Spun Loose face powder. I have very natural dry skin, so I don't like to put a lot of powder on. So what I do is just take a very dense big brush and I lightly take it on my brush, tap it off, and then lightly press it underneath my eyes. And then sweep it all over my face to help set my foundation. I'm going to begin to carve out my brows, and today I'm using the Precisely My Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade 4. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to brush up the brow hairs. I have pretty thick brow hairs, but brushing them up and outwards will help build your brows to look a lot fuller. Do you see how this one already looks fuller than this one? Now that I have filled in my brows, I'm going to take a little bit of concealer and just carve them out, give them more definition. So I'm going to take a brush that is flat like this one, put a tiny bit of concealer product on it, and begin to shape them. And then you just bring it down further to prime eyelids for eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using Jaclyn Hill's Armed and Gorgeous palette, which is this one right here, and Dark Magic palette, which is this one right here, and I'm going to create a look using both. So this is going to be my first time on camera trying these shadows out. I have not even swatched them yet. The reason I'm using both is because in the Dark Magic palette, there is only one light shade, and I feel like I need lighter shades in order to create a transition shade for my eyes because I am naturally pale. If you are naturally tan, I think you would be fine going in with shush right here along with puff, but for me, I want lighter colors. So I'm going to be using some of the Armed and Gorgeous palette. So since we concealed our eyes, it is important to go with a color that is similar to our skin tone, so that way it is easily buildable and our eyeshadow doesn't completely stick to our eyelids and it's hard to blend out. For the first, I'm going to take Puff, not much fallout. I'm now going to take Access, which is this gold color, and I'm going to apply that all over the eye. I'm going to apply this in windshield wiper motion, so back and forth. So my first impressions of the color, I've only used 2 colors so far. They are very buildable. I'm not getting much fallout at all, as you can see on the pan. Yeah, it's very buildable. I'm really liking these colors so far. And it's not patchy at all, which is also a great thing. So this is what the pan looks like. I mean, really, not much fallout at all after using that color. Now I'm going to go in with Agent. And I'm going to go a little bit lower than what I just did on Access. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush and I'm going to go into Secure. Now I'm going to go a little bit in closer to just deepen that orange that I just put on the eye. I'm also going to use the same brush and I'm going to go in this brown shade and just deepen up this outer corner. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with this blue shade, which is called Busted. And I'm going to just put that over the lid. This brush isn't really working, so I'm going to go in with a different brush. And blend it out so it becomes this really smoky look. I'm now going to go in with the original color Access and just add a little bit on top. Bring that color back. I think I'm gonna go in and add a little bit of Potion just to the outer edges and then bring it in to help blend it because the color itself naturally made a green, but we're gonna go ahead and just add it to help the blend look more smooth. I'm going to now take a smaller brush and go in with Trickery and build that outer corner. Now we're going to do a little cut crease. I'm going to take the same brush from carving out my eyebrows. And I'm now going to take a tiny brush, looks like this, spray it. And then I'm going to go in with this shade Coin. I'm really excited to try this one. This is what it looks like. And then I'm going to just spray it again. Now let's try. I'm living for this shade right now. This is gorgeous. I mean, really, look how gorgeous. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm noticing that the pigment comes off a lot stronger if I pat it on my eyelid instead of trying to spread it. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm now going to go in with VIP and put this in my inner corner. I mean, as you can see, I put on some pretty dark colors and I have like no fallout, which is amazing and very shocking. I'm going to also take this and go under my eyebrow. And I mean, this is white. Like, this color is white. I'm now going to do underneath my eyes. I'm going to take excess and dust that underneath my eye. I'm then going to get a smaller, tighter brush, and I'm going to go in with this orange shade. Then I'm going to go in with an even smaller brush, and I'm going to take Top Secret and go closer to the lash line and smoke this out. I'm now going to take the same brush I used for the cut crease, and I'm going to take this darker green shade. It's called Inside Job. I'm just going to get it like this, and I'm going to line my eyes with this. And what I'm doing is I'm actually going to just take it and just press it underneath my eye so it will create eyeliner instead of just spreading it, and then I will take a brush and then smoke it out. Now that that is all complete, I am going to add a little bit of eyeliner. Now I'm going to add some mascara. I'm using the Maybelline, the Colossum Volume Express. I'm going to go ahead and pop on some eyelashes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am back and I just popped on some eyelashes, and now we're ready to finish off the face. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to take a big fluffy brush and just wipe all over our face, because remember we put on translucent powder. And we also want to wipe away the excess eyeshadow that might have gotten on our face. Now the first thing that I like to do is I like to take a bronzer. Today I'm using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. And I'm just going to take this and just dab it all over, brush it all over my face. This is just going to add a lot of warmth to my face before I contour. Don't forget to bring it down your neck because you want to make sure that your face matches your neck. Now to bronze my face even more, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Chocolate. Wait, if I can open it, I would struggle opening this. Okay, Dark Chocolate, which smells so good. Every single time I use this, I just want to like eat it. I'm going to take a tapered brush, dip just a tiny bit because this powder goes a long way, and begin to carve out my cheeks. Also, I'm going to dust this all around the face. I like to go in this shape, like almost like a C, like a moon, I guess, because that just helps bring my cheekbones up higher. I'm going to also bring this up my forehead, which really is going to warm up the face a lot. I'm also going to use the same bronzer and take a smaller brush. I'm actually going to squeeze it and then go alongside for my nose contour. I'm now going into the Anastasia contour kit in light to medium, and I'm going to contour even further. So I'm just going over this middle shade. It's my favorite one, just to help blend that other shade in. And I'm going to take the same brush from before that we used to contour our nose, grab a little bit of this darker one, shake it off, and only put this on the closest part of the face by the ear. That's what making the higher of the cheekbone. There we go. And I'm going to just chisel this out some more. I'm going to be doing this in small circular motions to help just blend it out, and then I'm going to bring it down. I'm also going to use this on the top of the forehead. After bronzing, I'm going to take this middle shade, Banana, tap it off, and just place that underneath the eye to help brighten the under eye. Now after I contour and I add all the powder that I want to my face, I'm now going to set my face with a setting powder. No, with a setting spray. Duh. Okay, we already used setting powder. Alright. So today I'm going to be using a MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to just spray it all over my face to just set my makeup. The reason why I like to do this before I add the extra is because I feel like it glides on the skin so beautifully. The highlighter and the blush just add like the flawless finish, and by adding the first layer to just help set it, just melts it, and it helps the other powders to just melt it even more. So today I'm going to be going in with my favorite blush palette. It is the Ellen Tracy blush palette. I got this at like Marshall's for like $3, like literally like $2.99, and I've had it for months and it's absolutely amazing. So for blush today, I'm going to go in with this peach shade and dust this over my cheeks. I love this blush because it gives me like a natural like glow to the skin. You can bring this on your nose a little bit. Then lastly, I'm going in for highlighter, and I'm going to be using my favorite highlighter, which is by Revolution. It's the Vivid Baked Highlighter. I'm going to take this brush, dab a little bit, a lot actually, on the brush, and then I'm going to spray the brush. Just like this. And then I'm going to go in again and dab some more, and then tap it off. This is going to help the highlighter melt into my skin. I'm going to add a little bit on my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. Then I like to just lightly brush the rest on my face to give me an extra glowy look. Lastly, I'm going to add some lipstick, and I'm using the shade 33 Pink Peony in Sephora's Cream Lip Stain. I'm also going to add a little bit of NYX Lingerie in the shade Teddy, just to help deepen my lips up a little bit. Then I'm just going to take my finger and blend it out. Lastly, I'm going to add a little bit of lipstick, and this is the Lip Story in shade 41. And here's the final look. Overall, I really enjoyed using these palettes. I think they are beautiful, they're creamy, they blend it out very smoothly, they are very pigmented. If you're a very fair person like me, there wasn't very many light transition shades. This is a very darker palette selection, which is fine. So if you're not used to that, that's the only bad thing I have to say about it. The lightest shade in this palette is like the stark white, which is in my inner corner, which is absolutely beautiful, but I would not typically put this light of a shade as a transition shade. So that is the only downfall of this palette, is that it does not have very many light transition shades. So if that's fine with you, then you know you're gonna love this palette. The packaging is absolutely stunning. Overall, I was really satisfied with how these eyeshadows work. They were very easily blendable, they were pigmented, they were just beautiful. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.